Answer me this. What is it about V6? Why this tendency to be a rebel? Take Black Shadow. He was an extraordinary Decepticon. He was. Handpicked by Megatron to sterilize planets ahead of the cyberforming process. He was all but guaranteed a seat on the Conclave. Until, that is, he accepted 500 million Shaniks from the Autobots in exchange for blowing up a fleet of the Decepticon war worlds. At least now he's... Turn? I think he's still alive. You know what, Helix, I do believe you're right. When he stopped sobbing and begging for his life, I assumed that was. Keon, give him one last jolt and release him. That voice is the saddest sound of all. The sound of a transformation cog grinding to a halt. But don't worry, I'll play some music to take his mind off the paralysis. Voss is something of a linguistic purist, who only speaks in the primal vernacular, what you Philippines call Old Cybertronian. I've been trying to teach him a few phrases in Neo-Cybex, but I've only managed to get a few words out of him so far. Just get it over with. I don't think you quite appreciate how this works. Our job is to hunt down any Decepticon who by their actions or inactions have frustrated the realization of Megatron's goals and introduce them to a world of unrelenting pain. Now, given that you're only partially melted by Helix and only partially crushed by Terrorus, I'd thought that would have been obvious. But take heart if word of your preposterous, gruesome demise reaches just one hesitant Decepticons and terrifies him into staying the course, then all the pain you've suffered would have been worth it.
But the war is over.
But the war's what? The war's over? Oh, Black Shadow, that's sweet, but the war won't be over until Megatron says so. And he'll say nothing until he presides over a society so peaceful that the very notion of conflict is literally inconceivable. As he rides in towards peace, my weapon is my burden, a reminder of the path I was forced to take. When the word weapon is emptied of meaning, when the purpose of a weapon is impossible to grasp, when the rejection of my weapon is of significance to no one other than myself, only then shall I remove it from my arm. Because only then will I have earned the right to rid myself of my burden. I could go on, but listen! Have you noticed? I've stopped the music. Is that significant? Why, yes! Yes, it is. You're thinking, I've seen what the other four can do, but their leader, with his fine music and his literary quotations and his double-barreled fusion cannon, what makes him special? Here's the thing. They say I can talk people to death. Weaponize conversation, they say. I don't know, I say. Sounds a bit pretentious. Maybe so, they say, but you can always moderate your timbre of your voice so that it falls into step with the pulse of the listener's spark. Well, I say, there is that. And gradually lowering your voice, they say, you can coax snark into giving up. That's what they say. What do you say now?
I am so sorry.
Stand back, everybody. Phase X's have a tendency to go. On board. Who's next on the list?
That's all very well, Voss, but we've got to find him first. Helix keeps scanning for his energy signature. In the meantime, our next target is Clemency, in the coal system. What did he do, Voss? He lived, Voss. He lived.